Welcome to Ding's Crypto Space. Hello, this is my second video test, which I set as unlisted. So hopefully when the link is generated in the end, I should be able to share this video content, at least with my friends, whoever has the link. So let's see how it plays up. Also, compared to last time, I'm trying with a microphone, like a headphone. So we'll see how this plays out as well. I hope there is actually sound recording. I can see it is recording now. So hopefully that's going to give a slightly better quality sound compared to just a pure absorption from my laptop. So if you like the video content, please subscribe and put the thumb up. I think it helps with the video to be shared on the platform. And I also set up a Discord channel, which should be down below underneath the title. And also, you're welcome to follow me on Twitter, and we can share a lot of ideas, information, and news on Twitter, which is the best firing place in the crypto space. So, who am I? I'm Ding, and I live in London in the UK. I've been living here since 2007, so that is 15 years. And I'm originally from Shanghai, China. And I entered into the crypto space around late 2017. So I'm not newbie, but I still regard myself as new-ish because there are so many things that I need to learn. And there are things that, you are at a limit that you might not be able to understand. And there are also things that are happening so quickly every day that you need to get yourself up to date, which that's why you should always keep a refreshing eye and curiosity to things that happen in this space. But we have been doing a lot of things since 2017, in particular 2018, which wasn't considering a very bullish year. It was actually more of going towards bearish market in terms of the price of the cryptocurrencies. However, there were a lot of good technology, good projects being developed and thrown on the market that remained till today, 2021, July 22nd. So there are a lot of things that still worth to be observed and to be reflected on, even back to 4 or 5 years ago. So I have a daytime job. I work in a real estate development firm, small company. We manage development side of large scale. We work with government. And I do my video live streaming in the crypto space for aiming as my part-time, but also as my future. Because I think, there are different type of people live in the world, right? Some live in the past because they can't get away from what happened to them from the past. Some live in the present, so they only look at what's in front of them or around them, and it gets heavily affected. And some live in the future, that they always look forward. They always foresee things with a time horizon, which I regard myself as that type. Although sometimes, it's difficult to pull your head back from what your memory, you have good memories maybe, and just don't get soaked into it, I suppose, if there are things that are sad or hatred or jealousy or whatever it may be. Just be aware of that and don't get yourself too sucked into what happened in the past, and be aware of what's happening around you. And I think saying that the easiest thing to do is probably set up a target with a timeline So, and have a plan and work towards it. Bit doing a bit things every day always help. And that's why I finally, after quite a while, decided to do this. This is a big thing, to set up a YouTube channel, to actually create content publicly, and also to do this on a consistent basis. I think it will be actually a big challenge for everybody. So why am I doing this? Okay, I felt that in this crypto space, there are three areas of things that I would like to achieve or achieving, and reasons why I stay in the space. One is, number one, making money. Of course, everybody wants to make money and everybody wants to make more money. So that is obvious. Crypto is a place that you can make money. But of course, you can lose money. And by the way, nothing I say in this video or any of my video are financial advice. It is only for education or entertainment purpose. Secondly, I like the technology. My background, I studied in the creative industry, TV and the media and journalism. And I worked in traditional media for a while. Worked as a freelance journalist and photographer for a while for different magazines and newspaper back when I was in Shanghai. I also worked for a production company producing documentary as assistant producer for over a year before I came to the UK. I did a master degree in photojournalism, so again, it's more of a journalism creative industry side. And then I worked in education for just under 10 years in the UK, but in which the first few years I was based in an IT department or ICT department, which I was lucky enough to pick up some basic knowledge on hardware and software and network management. So at the time, then that was 14, 15 years ago, I was able to open up a back of a computer, change a couple of things, or install some wires on the wall, connecting stuff, or problem solving for teachers, panic teachers in the classrooms and things. But funny enough, a lot of times when you like troubleshooting something and you sit in your office and suddenly there's a phone call coming from a teacher to say, please come and help, my computer is not working and the kids are boiling. And because we were based in a school that has a huge site that got two buildings. One is towards the west and one is towards the east end. And our office was based on the west end of the building, first floor. And if you got a call from a teacher on the third floor of the east building, then that is like a 10 minutes walk. And you know how panicking teachers are, so you should have to quickly run over there and try to help them to start the class, with 30 kids, year 9, year 10 could be quite difficult. And you find the only reason is, oops, the keyboard was not plugged in or something that is really basic. So it's really funny. That happens occasionally, but more of the time, it's more sophisticated stuff like computer failure or something a little bit complicated that you need a bit of tricks to fix. Or it could be a password issue that more of a networking issue that you need to resolve for the teacher, etc. So anyway, and also, my generation from 1980s, when we grow up, I do remember studying like really basic computer skills when I was in primary school. So that was early start for one to be familiarize yourself with computer. So I'm not afraid of computer. I think there was a DOS-based system I used, so you have to type in all your command, right, to actually make the computer to do something. So it's not too far off from some of the stuff happening in the blockchain side of things. Anyway, I was trying to say that that's probably why I'm interested in the technology, that I'm not afraid of it, even I'm not, an IT studied IT background or anything. Also, when I was in the university, I think there was a software enable you to create web pages. And I had my website for like a very short period of time. And the software was called Fronter. Maybe some of you have used it before. And Fronter requires some sort of coding, right? It's very, very basic. Like if you want to set, I don't know, the font or the color of the pages or something or the other, you need to type those things in at the back end in order for it to show at the front end the way you want. So I regard it as a basic coding, if I'm right. Of course, in the crypto space, Bitcoin, Ethereum, smart contracts, a lot more complicated. Things like Uniswap and all the DEX would use different coding software to compose these function. And these are things I'm also interested in. Although I think for me to learn all the coding might be a bit of tricky thing. It might take forever. And my head, I think my math is okay. My math is probably good to functional standard to work out my balance sheet, expenses, income, and so on. So I think I will spend some time to learn coding in this field to some sort of degree. But I would like to stay up to date with what's happening in the space, because I've just feel I have a passion in it, and that is also important to keep your observation closely to what's happening in the market, where my primary target is making money, and second target is I love the technology, and third one is what I'm doing now, to talk to people, to communicate, to share things with people, and to bounce ideas backward and forward, because that is important to keep motivated and have the influence over people that are interested in the space as well. And so that comes as a third reason for why I'm here. So how am I going to do this, and where am I going? So I'm thinking I quite like the idea of live stream on YouTube, having been following some of the crypto space YouTubers for a while. And I became a fan of some of them. And different people each of them have different style. Some are, really dedicated. They've been in the crypto space since something like 2013, 2014, and they started their channel in 2017 or 18. So amazingly, apparently, some of them have been doing this for years, and since one daily stream or 2 daily streams, even not resting on weekends. I don't know how they do it. And there are people who does live stream from Monday to Friday on a fixed time. But there are also people who produce their video first and do a lot of fancy editings, and then upload on YouTube with really quality content, which is also amazing. So I have been thinking, what type should I do? And recently I I did a talk with one of our branding agencies, and they are very well known, that they work with a lot of high-end clients, including a lot of serious finance institutions. And their managing director showed a really strong interest at one of the drinking section we had after one of our workshop, and saying they're interested in knowing more about the crypto space. And my boss, and knowing that I have been in the space for a while and very supportive of me as well, that they invited me to do this talk. So I did, and that was 2 weeks ago. And I did a presentation. I did a presentation 4 years ago in 2018, when I was very active in the crypto space at the time. I had a presentation base, and I started to edit it and start to think on, back to square one, literally, to those beginners who might not know what all this is about. And then divided my presentation into 3 parts. First part is more of informative, educational content to explain to people what this is and how this works and where it has been. And second part is where my journey has been. Where was I, and how have I been through this journey? And my, even shared my portfolio and my passive income in the crypto space, because I think that's a very important part of what people should be looking at. And then the third part of my presentation was, your journey. What would you like to do? And that was a lot more of Q&A then. So, and that got me encouraged, very, very encouraged, because some of my colleagues gave me really positive feedback and said that I was really good at it, although I didn't think I would, because there are a lot of things that are technical that I wasn't sure if I would be able to explain it well enough. Also, I was sort of hesitating on whether I should encourage people to do anything or just stay really, really calm and objective. And I chose the former in the end, to share my portfolio, to give them figures, to actually stimulate them, because people are eager with making money, and people are always sensitive towards if there are things that are going to make them money. But of course, it would lose money. You could lose money as well. So that is, a level of balance you need to do. So I then thought, okay, they also give me feedback on if I could actually be a good commenter or interpreter to sort of explain using plain language and plain kind of content to explain something that is perhaps a bit more technical, a bit more sophisticated in a finance way. And I think it is a very good learning curve for myself as well, to review everything I've learned and practiced and experienced, and how I could convert these information and experience to something for beginners. And a lot of times, because I did some teaching before on a part-time basis in Mandarin Chinese to students that are from year 7, so that would be 11, 12 years old, to 6 form groups that were preparing themselves to go to study group exchange to China, to adults who are either at workplace that perhaps were working for a Chinese company, or have clients that are with the Chinese, or retired people who are just really interested in the culture of China in general. So I do enjoy talking with people, communicating, showing stuff, teaching, and learning at the same time in a way. And I thought, okay, so what should I do? So I set up a Discord channel initialed for sort of if there's people who want to take it further down the line, and but not sure where to go. I thought rather than throw them at the deep end, I could give them a space to go to if they want to. So I set up Discord channel. I have many categories I listed. I uploaded some of the very, I would regard very important messages for them to look at. And I think those will help them to get started. And then I'm active on Twitter. I have been active on Twitter for a while. I look at a lot of news that's been happening, and also I follow many people have different opinions on things. Some are really Bitcoin fans, some are more DeFi fans, some are a bit of everything, some are just have running but funny talk. Sometimes I retweet, sometimes most of the time I retweet with my own comments. And then I started to tweet with my own content to see if there's anything could come out of me rather than always being passive observer. And that is challenging, if you suddenly change your role from a student almost to be a teacher, from sitting there in the classroom listening to the teacher do homework and that's about it, to suddenly become like standing in front of everybody. Literally, this video, if it's going to be public, anyone can see it. If I think about it, I get really nervous. But if I am actually talking live in front of a group of people, students, I'm probably okay. So I think that's a bit of the mindset in you, and I'm sure I will get used to it. But I do think that to make a start is so important. Even this is my first ever episode that I might be talking about a lot of junk. I don't even know. I think this is my starting point, and that's why this video is focusing on who I am, what I'm doing, where I have been, and where I'm like to go. So that's that. So YouTube channel, video content, Discord for if people wants to join and discuss, and Twitter if people wants to follow or bounce up ideas with the space. That's the three things I'm set to do. So where am I going to go with this? I think I will, produce video content like this and also be active on Twitter and Discord. I would like to produce a video every day. But with a full-time job, I don't know how I'm going to juggle it, but I will produce even short video, but on a consistent basis, I think is really important. So I will work on that. And then I have a personal portfolio in the crypto space, and it was around 2.5 Bitcoin. So it was around just under $100,000. But now it's probably shrink a little bit because the market has been down quite a bit. And that portfolio is generating around $200 to $250 per day passive income, which I think is very important for a lot of people. Helps them with their finance management, asset management, helps them with the understanding of not just the buy low, sell high strategy, but there are actually many things that you can do in the space. And beyond, personal wealth, I suppose, which I will talk in the future and share with you. So what else do I like to achieve? I actually, interestingly, before I got to know DeFi, decentralized finance, right? I started to know NFT first. That's a very interesting way of coming into the field, because usually people know DeFi first and they know NFT as a small part of DeFi. But I'm an art lover. I like arts. I like create a bit of art myself. I didn't create that. That was bought by a friend of mine who bought a copy of the painting, print of the painting from a Chinese artist from a gallery. But I do a bit of drawing myself, which in the future I will go through this with you. But I'm not a professional artist in any way, so I'm not trained to do this drawing. So and what I did when I was in cafe or when I was traveling, I had a very limited tools with me, right? So this is what I was using to draw these pictures with 12 color, but reducing the white one, because you can't really draw anything white on white paper. It's literally 11 color. Oh, I'm missing one. So That's the 12 colors. And NFT intrigued me because it's, it's art, but it's also art can be in a digital way that you can distribute online, and also it's non-fungible. And despite potentially it could be sold for a lot of ease, is just a way of playing with art that really attracted me. And I enjoy the process of learning. And enjoying the process of creating art, like drawing. I think it just like really calms you down, and you focus on this thing for 10 minutes, maybe 2 minutes. Some of my drawing only took me a couple of minutes, but I think it's the energy flow inside you, that reflecting what you have observed from the outside world. That is just amazing moments for me. So I would like to see how far I can go with this. So this video, I think, video series or channel also gives me an opportunity to kind of like record what I do, how I progress or not progress, motivate myself. Because sometimes people get lazy. I think I tend to get lazy more easily now when you start to get older, when things are we're still, I know we're lifted in the UK, but no, there are still new cases every day, like a lot of new cases in COVID. So still not totally safe. So your mindset's telling you stay home and stay safe as much as possible. So I think that probably affect your mind a little bit. I don't know how you feel. And that's like I'm observing myself as well. So back to the crypto space, I would like to explore more of how I could progress to be an NFT artist, as well as making money from a portfolio, generating passive income, as well as keep myself up to date with the technology, and sharing my journey with you, and hopefully you will share my journey with me as well. So that's my first episode. Oh my god, that's been 27 minutes. um, so thank you guys. I hope I can, yeah, make this consistent, and I hope you will like me or follow me, or join this channel, or come to Twitter, etc., and make some friends through my journey. So bye for now.